Hello and welcome, Snake here. There was another live streams from CA. Again, there was Josh and there was Mitch. Mitch definitely looks better than last time. Maybe last week he was really tired or something. But they talked about the end games. And I made some notes, and to be honest, everything looks so really good. Really good. Not gonna lie, it might change things a little bit, but until the CG work, I'm convinced that the speed and everything gonna remain the same. So, starting with Endgame itself, that the current Endgames, which was said before, now become crises. They're like game crises. They occur earlier than the Endgames. And we have primarily three Endgames. Chaos, Skaven, and Nagash. And all of them comes with the desolate ground, which you can see here. It's kind of like chaos, and it happens around your territory. So it's not like spawned God knows where. No, it actually it actually comes closer. They spawn it on turn 20, and as you can see, Archaon have a 100% ward save. Invasion fortresses supporting this army, and invasion forces supporting this army. So what it means is that every endgame crisis, every endgame scenario does have gimmick. So you do need to do something in order to stop it. In order to stop Archaon, you can. It doesn't have to you need to, but there is 5 fortresses, and by destroying it, I think you cannot claim settlement but destroying it in general, you drop his ward save by 10%. And forces, yeah, there's like some 50, right? 50 armies. So I assume that dropping one of these army drops like 1 ward save, because it's 100 ward save. It would make sense, like 50. Yeah, it drops 1%. So you absolutely want to hunt those fortresses and get them down. But it's really funny. It's something I had concern previously, and it was, you can cheese it, right? You destroy Archaon, and no, you can't. Because after you technically complete the end game, you still have a final battle to do. It's like a quest battle, but it's the final battle that stops the end game crisis. Scenario. So this is a big deal because it's not cheesable as I previously thought, because I was like, yeah, you can just set up here and boom. No, you in fact need to progress enough with this endgame situation so you get the pop-up for the quest battle and the final battle. And I really like it because it gives us some kind of goal. But back to scenarios, but back to this situation, the end times. When you play Archon, when you play against Archon, he is gonna, unite with every chaos stuff, and they will go against you. They will raise every settlement, and they won't be occupying anymore. So you do have, it's like clock is ticking. With every endgame situation, you have something you're gonna have to do. Rather, like with Archon, you want to defeat him, but with Skaven, same, and Nagash, yeah. But if you want and you wait, it will work against you. It's not a race, but there is growing problem that if you want to deal with it, it might ruin your campaign or just set up everything just terribly. It might go really bad if you won't manage the situation, which is interesting because currently it's like, yeah, whatever. The end game happens somewhere and I'm done. No, here they will. What is benefiting is that they will go against everyone. So it's not only you. Yeah, that's really cool that when this happened, they go against like everyone except the chaos in case of Archon. So yeah, Skaven against everyone and Undead against everyone. So this is really cool. And AI can a little bit help you out with, killing some of the forces, but in the end, it's you who have to stop it. What also cool is that you can activate not all at the same time, but one by one. You can have them in one campaign. You can have all of the endgame situations. I call them situations, but it's end times crisis, let's call it. And endgame is really nice, and you can have it one by one. When you play Archon, you can become an endgame where your game absolutely shifts from just having stuff, typical Warriors of Chaos situation. You can, unite everyone, but suddenly you have dilemma, and boom, you have the option to play as you did, or turn into endgame where you need to destroy entire world. And it basically turns you into playstyle we had in Warhammer 2. Maybe not with the the horde, but you will raise every settlement. What is good is that, in case what we can compare to Warhammer 2, playing Warriors of Chaos in Warhammer 2 was really taxing because AI was pretty much reclaiming the settlements they were occupying immediately. While here, it's not going to happen. You raise and just destroy the world. So this is really nice. And when you play this endgame situation as Archon, you can face other endgame of the end times, either Skaven or Nagash. You can fight them. So this is more interesting, I guess. Another thing what I really, really like is, as you can see here, with all the settings, they set up everything. You can have a crisis difficult, turn timer, everything. But look here, add AI anti-player bias. You can have, oh my god, its slider is slightly to the left, so you can have around, I don't know what's the number, but AI can be really mean to you, and I freaking love it, because this will make your life, if you want to, much harder. I'm starting with this everything max. I'm starting with AI anti-player bias. I'm gonna play with maxed out, because I want them to be against me, so I can have challenging campaign rather than boring campaign. But everything here looks, you can really set up things, and this is really freaking really good. And it definitely, if you struggle or if you don't like things, you can adjust them by yourself. So crisis events are the current one. Of course, they excluded the undead, chaos, and Skaven, because they are the big ones. Also, there is the enable escalating character wounds. They said it previously. So when character get wounded, it gets like a debuff. This is like just to make your life so much more annoying. And yeah, all AI stats modifier, everything remains the same. There is no like crazy. And now the endgame scenarios, where you have maximum endgame scenarios, which you can change apparently, turn trigger range, and now you have some. The endgame difficult legendary is something that they're removing. But see, as you can see, estimated scenario difficulty, starting difficult medium, difficult curve. So it does curve over time, and one of them starts like hard and goes slowly down, and medium. They go from medium to hard, but the first one was from hard to easy, pretty much, because you chop down the chaos slowly. But a lot of options to choose. I mean, it's still some things I would add here, like confederate without claiming territories, enable confederating, monogods from Warriors of Chaos, stuff like that. But that's me. And the desolation land. brings fresh maps. We're gonna have fresh maps. They also brought some maps from Realms of Chaos, battle maps. So definitely new battlefields, which is so much refreshing. So we have, desolated maps, of course, in a theme of Endgame Scenario. But look how land is changing when the Endgame is happening. This is obviously Skaven, so it does look terrible, but also very gorgeous. So it's great. It comes with new music, so there will be much more immersion. Like, oh my god, look at this. This is Nagash, and it does look great. Yeah, the visuals are definitely here, and props to art design team, because they made it incredible. With Vermintide, the Skaven endgame, everything is pretty much set it here when you get it. Before you get the endgame itself, you get some warnings earlier on, so you can start preparing. But for Skaven is all Skaven factions are united under Screech Vermin King. Every city is visible. Vermintide undercities are always visible and spread rapidly. And you will be surprised how rapidly, because you will remove them and they will drain your resources rather quick. The longer one is allowed to exist, the more it will sap the wealth. Of course, yeah, you're gonna have to remove it immediately. And there is no joke. All factions fighting against the Vermintide receive large diplomatic bonuses with each other while the endgame is ongoing. It's something we had in Warhammer 2 when Chaos was coming. Like, suddenly factions were like friendly towards you, but when the endgame finish, they might go back to normal situations. So you can build some allies while the endgame situations happens. And in order to defeat invasion is like here. It's critical to defeat Vermintide armies, with each defeat army providing a chance to learn about their plans and receive items that can help overcome the endgame. Focus on recapturing settlements occupied by Vermintide quickly to limit their ability to spawn armies and destroy undercities as soon as possible to slow their spread. You have gained access to new buildings that can help combat the Under Empire, and raising settlements can help by blocking the Under Empire spread. Collect enough war plan knowledge to learn the Vermintide final plans, allowing you to face Screech Vermin King in a final battle. So that's pretty much it. You're gonna have to just fight enough to get the quest battle. So previously with Archon, all you had to do was fight enough, like beat the hell out of the word save or something, to access the end game, the final battle. Here, you need to fight enough to get yourself the final battle when you get enough the war plans. Here is showed how it looks. Chance per turn to expand the Vermintide Under Empire to an adjacent region, 10%. The Vermintide Undercity cannot be removed manually. Holy crap. The Skaven will not attempt to do anything bad to this settlement. Skaven corruption in adjacent province +10. So they spread stuff, and maybe not. Maybe they want to just spread Under Empire. But in the end, it does happen. And they also showed here this settlement, the buildings that help you fight the Skaven. So prevent the Vermintide Under Empire from spreading to this region while this building is present. Maintenance cost -200 and income from buildings -5%. So you get the penalty to just not spread it. I don't know how effective it's gonna be, how much you actually gonna have to do it, but it might be. I mean, maybe, but it's the region. It's not even the province. So it's for region, and this is terrible. So it will definitely be taxing to get rid of the, other cities. But then again, getting maintenance cost and wasting slot in minor settlement, it's also terrible. So yeah, with every of those end games, you're gonna have to move your ass, otherwise it's not gonna be pretty. And here we have well-placed explosive. Any undercities present within the province will be destroyed. Prevents the Vermintide Under Empire from spreading to any region in this province for 20 turns. This settlement will be razed and then cannot be occupied again for 20 turns. Holy shit, so you detonate the settlement. Okay, this might be okay in some places, like I assume they go one by one and you need to link previous settlement to like something. So let's say gates, right? Gates are, you can have under city and gates, I assume. And when you blow the gates, the undercity should not be able to spread through it. So maybe this is like, or a settlement, like a choke point where you have one settlement, you blow this up, and then they cannot like spread it through this way. It has to be the other way. I am not sure, but seeing this, it means it's gonna have to be usable for sure. So if you think like, oh, I'm gonna do it fast, looks like they design it you want. And here is the great ritual of Nagash, which is end times for Nagash, and it's also interesting because there is more flavor than I thought. Like Nagash and his Mortarchs lead the Undead Legion across the world. Undead factions loyal to Nagash have also become vassalized. So they unite again. Provinces in which half or more of the regions have been captured by Nagash will be devastated. Devastating a province will spawn a force for the Undead Legions. So they will multiplying, and you absolutely need to... It's a race. It's again a race. Nagash armies are empowered during the end game, and the strength of their bonuses is tied to number of active Mortarchs armies and devastating provinces. So this is, the more you wait, the tougher they are. All factions fighting against Nagash Undead Legions receive large diplomatic bonuses again. Okay, defeating the invasion. The Black Pyramid of Nagash travels towards Nagashizar each turn in preparation for the Great Ritual of Nagash. Once it arrives, the Great Ritual will begin and a final battle will be unlocked. Victory in this battle is the only way to defeat Endgame. And apparently, I mean, at least Josh said, there was like 20 turns after. It's like Nagash quest battle gets like 20 turns after start of the endgame. And longer you wait, the worse you get. So it's not like you can unlock it immediately. I assume that in order to get the quest battle, Nagash needs to reach Nagashizar. This is not clear yet to me. Okay, once the Great Ritual begins, Nagash power level cannot be changed. It's crucial to reduce his power level as much as possible before the final battle. So, before the battle, you need to destroy as much as possible, Mortarchs and clean the devastation. While the Great Ritual is underway, provinces will be claimed by Nagash each turn. Every active Mortarch will increase the number of provinces claimed. The Black Pyramid of Nagash and Nagashizar cannot be attacked during the endgame. So it's gonna be tricky. But then again, if Nagash moved to Nagashizar, and you're far away, I know they will be like closer to you, but in order, it still might be tricky. Anyway, this looks amazing, and I have to admit, it's gonna be such a taxing task, because there will be a lot of work, and you do need to prepare for that. There is no bullshit this time, not like Endgame Crisis where you just spawn army. No, because if you won't stop the endgames, you are going to suffer. Oh my god, you will get punishment, because the more they spread, the more difficult everything going to be, including the final battle, because apparently the Great Ritual is something that, So holy hell, this is looking nice. It does look nice. It's gonna be challenging. And you can adjust some difficulties here and there by playing on lower difficulty or something. And see, the pyramid is moving. You cannot interact with it or something, but it does. it's nice. It's nice detail that is, Nagash is actually moving and is from pyramid just moving. So this is really, really nice. Yeah, here you have the situation, the end games, and there's a couple more things that Mitch actually said. So first of all, Slaanesh claims Sigvald. We knew that before. Ulrika will be accessible for Neferata. Also, Neferata gets Tomb Guards. As for the Ghoul King, they cannot make him hero because in previous DLC he was a lord, and due to previous DLC they cannot change it currently. At least they didn't think about it. So because of previous DLC, you purchase them, they are unable to change it, because that would, I assume someone could actually have a problem with them or threat to sue them that they change something. I don't know, but at least it does sound like that. And there was another very nice thing, and that was that if you try to confederate everyone as Archon and somebody dies, let's say Scarbend, right? You will eventually get dilemma to fight them and get them into your faction. So this is neat, because to be honest, every faction needs something like that where they can bring back legendary lords from a grave. So this is definitely great. And this is it. I try to get the most information out of it. Maybe I missed something. I'm mostly hyped from the anti-player bias slider, where you can adjust how mean AI is going to be. Everything looks crispy, and not gonna lie, this is very interesting because it will give us the something to do in the end campaign, rather than just you are strong as hell and you have nothing to do. And I can't wait to, get to the point where you're really tough and then you face endgame and you have to race against the clock. So this is really freaking nice. But let me know in the comment, what do you think? Are you excited or worried, or you don't like it? Because let's face it, I didn't like the previous endgame crises. They were a bleh. Because boom, spawning armies like nothing. There was no flavor, nothing interesting. Here, there is no jokes, and there is definitely more, you can feel it, because they do cutscenes, they do, really good, cool stuff. Everything change. You feel the end game, not like boom, 20 armies of greenskins, deal with it. That's it. Yeah. So this is definitely something I'm gonna like it. But like I said, I'm really interested. What do you think? How much you are excited for it? And what else they could expand? I feel like there should be an endgame crisis or scenario where there is a fleet of dark elves somewhere. I still believe that a fleet of dark elves should be some kind of scenario where you have a situation to defeat a lot of dark elves. I am not fond of them, so killing a lot of dark elves would be cool. I am excited, but that's it for me today again, and I am really excited and I'm really tired. So thank you for watching, take care, and bye-bye.